Heartbreak. It's a word we all know too well. It carries weight, even when spoken softly. A single word that encapsulates the avalanche of emotions that follow the end of something that once meant everything. If you're here, chances are you're feeling it, or you have. That crushing emptiness, the moments of disbelief, the aching question, why? But here's something you need to know right from the start. You are not broken. You are not alone, and you will heal. There is no pain quite like heartbreak. It doesn't just live in the mind. It settles in the body. A heaviness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a dull ache behind your eyes. Scientists have even discovered that the brain registers emotional pain much like physical injury. So if it feels like you're hurt, it's because you are. And just like a physical wound, healing takes time, care, and attention. In the beginning, the days may blur together. Mornings might come with a wave of sadness that greets you before your feet even hit the floor. Nights stretch long and quiet, filled with thoughts of what was and what could have been. You replay conversations, dissect moments, and try to find the exact second everything started to fall apart. You may wonder if you could have done something differently, been better, said more or less. The mind becomes a time traveler, wandering through memories, searching for answers in places where only silence now lives. Grief, in all its forms, follows no predictable path. One moment you feel fine, maybe even hopeful. The next you're overwhelmed, your chest tight with sorrow. This is normal. Healing isn't linear. It's a winding road with sharp turns and sudden drops. You may take 2 steps forward, then stumble 3 back, but each step counts. Every breath you take in the face of pain is a sign of your strength. You may feel the urge to isolate yourself. After all, who could understand this emptiness? But in those moments, connection is more important than ever. Even if it's just a single text to a friend, or a conversation with someone who listens without judgment. Speak your truth. There is power in giving voice to your pain, not because you want to relive it, but because putting it into words allows you to begin making sense of it. Often, we attach our worth to relationships. We start to believe that our value is tied to how someone else sees us. When that person leaves, it can feel like they took a piece of our identity with them. But your worth was never dependent on another person. You are whole. You were whole before them, and you remain whole after them. Heartbreak doesn't mean you're less than. It means you dared to love. And that is a beautiful, courageous thing. Sometimes in heartbreak, we romanticize the past. We look back through rose-colored lenses, focusing only on the good moments, and forgetting the times we felt alone, even when we weren't. It's human to do this, to want to find meaning, to preserve the love that once was. But healing requires truth. And truth means acknowledging both the beauty and the pain. It means seeing the relationship for what it was, not what we hoped it would become. As time moves on, something subtle begins to happen. The pain, once all-consuming, starts to ease. Not all at once, but in flickers. A moment of laughter with a friend. A song that no longer brings tears. A day when you realize you haven't thought of them until now. These moments may feel small, but they are milestones. They are signs that your heart, piece by piece, is stitching itself back together. You may also notice new things about yourself. Strength you didn't know you had. Interests that lay dormant while your focus was elsewhere. A spark of curiosity about the world, about life without that person. These are not betrayals of what you had. They are steps toward becoming who you were always meant to be. Sometimes it takes being broken open to discover the depth and resilience within. Healing also brings growth. You begin to understand yourself in ways you never did before. You recognize patterns, maybe the ways you gave too much or silenced your own needs to keep the peace. You learn what you want, what you need, and what you will no longer accept. Pain becomes a teacher, not a punishment. And though you wouldn't wish it upon anyone, you can one day look back and see that it shaped you in powerful, profound ways. There may be moments when you still miss them. That's okay. Missing someone doesn't mean you should go back. It doesn't mean the relationship was right. It means you're human. Love doesn't just vanish because it ends. But with distance, the love you once had softens. It transforms. It becomes a part of your story, not your present. You will love again. This may feel impossible to believe right now, but your heart is not broken beyond repair. It is tender, yes, but also resilient. When the time is right, it will open again. Not because you need someone to complete you, but because love is part of the human experience. It is how we connect, how we grow, how we find joy. And this time, you will carry with you the lessons of the past. You will love with eyes wide open and with a deeper understanding of yourself. While you're healing, it's okay to set boundaries with others, with yourself. You don't have to pretend you're okay. You don't have to force smiles or rush into distractions. Feel what you feel. Let the sadness move through you. Suppressing pain only prolongs it, but don't let it consume you either. Create moments of stillness. Let yourself rest. Let yourself be held by nature, by music, by small acts of kindness. Let yourself be. Forgiveness plays a role in healing too. Not just forgiving the other person, but forgiving yourself. For the things you didn't see, or the times you stayed when you should have left. For loving so deeply, or not enough. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior. It means releasing the grip of resentment so you can breathe again. It's not for them. It's for you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a 5-step plan to happiness. Healing is messy. It's unpredictable, but it's happening, even now. Every tear, every moment of reflection, every brave step forward, it's all part of the process. And one day, you'll look back and see how far you've come. The day will come when you wake up and the heaviness is gone. When laughter comes easily. When your heart feels light, not because you've forgotten, but because you've made peace. You'll look in the mirror and see someone wiser, someone softer yet stronger, someone who survived. So if you're in the midst of heartbreak right now, know this: it will not last forever. The pain you feel is temporary. It may not feel that way today, but it will pass. You will emerge from this not just healed, but transformed. More in tune with yourself, more aware of your strength, more open to the possibilities ahead. You are not alone. Millions have walked this path before you, and they've found their way through. So will you. Keep going. Even if it's just one small step today, even if all you did was breathe and survive, that is enough. This chapter will close, a new one will begin, and it will be filled with new experiences, deeper connections, and love that meets you where you are, whole, deserving, and free.